We shall continue on. Hello. So, remember this smelter? We were working on this smelter last week. Thank you, autosave. Um, since last time and this time, I went to the trouble of picking this whole thing up, moving it over a few tiles, and now it's on grid, which is rather convenient. I also tidied up the power poles, just generally made a few more connections roundabout here and there, here, there, and everywhere. And I also splayed out, just threw it onto the floor, so onto the ground. What I was thinking about for doing the outlet, the trains coming out. So I got the option of having these two separate, the in and the out separate, or combining them here, which potentially could work or potentially couldn't work. The argument for that I could get away with it is that it really is only 8 smelters. Like, they are divided into equal pairs, so I could probably get away with it. And it would, condense the junction down a little bit. And even then, I could actually pull these. I actually noticed before. I didn't even notice. I could actually pick these up, move them all the way back up to the top, and then there will be plenty of room for the trains to slide out of the fuel unload into queuing up into this track down here. So although this would be yay tracks, it probably wouldn't be much different to this. As I have it arranged, it it's all one track to one track. Don't know if that's really going to be effective or not. We'll probably see how we go. Hey, tinks. I mean, potentially I could pair them off and do something like that. I mean, this one, yeah, it's got a little bit of tweaking to make that happen. And these also would pair off as well. So like that would go up there. And then again, this thing, yeah, that's the reason why I haven't really done that. I suppose I could do it actually down here. That. Trouble is, if one comes up here, it's just always going to cut up this, because it's always going to prefer the shorter run. So, decisions. Having said that, it's a Veldak. That's one we haven't heard in a while. Yeah, I've laid down all the signals. You have the 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So they're the 4 lanes that are being used, and then these inner 2 lanes will be just passing on through. So they'll have their own non-siding lanes here, and then this will do siding lanes. So I've got 2, currently I've got 4 and 4, but I might make it 6 and 6, just to give a little bit more room. I just want to... Actually, I think it's just 1 and 1 that goes through. I could potentially eliminate that. It's just handy to have the trains passing each other. I should also point out these, all of these lanes are going to be bi-directional, so there isn't going to be a preferred... store time. There isn't a preferred direction of travel. Direction of travel is both ways. Yeah, this is all kinds of crazy. Madness, I tells you. Complete and utter madness. 2, 4, 5, and then 6. And then this one's going to do the same. A little something. That. Wash. And bloop. Currently watching the NSF stream for the Starship Super Heavy launch. There are currently 27 different live feeds. I imagine there... I'm not surprised there is. I didn't actually think it was up yet. I thought it wasn't starting till 10. Why, Ufu, how you doing? Remember how I said just before starting that I like to completely make a mess of names semi on purpose? That's a thing. Oh, let's save that for later. Keep them... It's because it's merging these two down into one. Yeah, I'll keep it as is, like 1 and 1 to there. Potentially, that could go there as well to dodge other trains, and like this could go up here, but then this one going up here means it'll always take that one. So many decisions to be made with that. It never ends. Right. Let's copy this. pasted above. Think of this basics. Oh, okay, they don't really stop. Yeah. It should be a good one, though. Right. That's 4, 5, 6. Means just draining this out. Okay, so 4, 6 and 12 yards on the top, and then do the same, and then just do the same on the bottom. That is borderline ridiculous. Borderline, only borderline. It's not actually ridiculous yet. Turn in. Just making sure that they can all go everywhere that they want to. Looks right. And then we have signals going out. We have regular signals coming in. Not like that. Work. The curve on its own, so it can position everything. Okay. Pulled back a little bit, but meh. Yeah, I suppose I could actually put it on the curve. It's like it's questionable. It's questionable the timing difference. It really is. All right, we're gonna need a lot of chain signals for this. Is not ideal, but actually very keen to do. Thinking randomly on the subject of other games. I can dive right into rambling. Very keen to do some more Timberborn at some point. Seeing as the game's got an update. There, so it's yep. I suppose I could bring it one closer, like so. I'm probably not going to cut that one up because I suppose I could bring it to the middle, like that. It's not really worth having a short little independent block, so you might as well just keep it as one thing. Same story for here. It's functionally equivalent. I know it's a bit of an odd, like it seems like it seems tempting to want to do it that way, but it kind of doesn't really help. Even these are questionable. Time to flood the world again. There is a there is a new map which looks really interesting. It's all looks like it's all flooded or what will be flooded craters. I believe there is. I did see a workshop map which where the entire it's like this whole basin and there's no way for the water to drain, so it just floods the world slowly over time, which also looks rather interesting. I haven't actually played with the last update too, which changed the way the storage system worked. Middle. I like to try and put them in the middle. Yeah, that's one tile away, so it's not right. Hopefully I haven't got one slightly in the wrong place. Oh, that shouldn't be there. There we go. Yeah, try and also attach them to the beginning or the end of curves as well, generally, and try and stick them in the middle. Beginning and end of curves tend to be center anyway. Ooh, slightly different to that one. That can stay as one junction. That's fine. Like splitting it in half. So across there, so you can't. Yeah, you can't do anything with those when a train's crossing there, or because it's got to come across there or down there. So yeah, it's It's always going to be that way. It's always going to be occupied. Potentially I could split that, but again, it's meh. Questionable. Hey. I think I've got to do the bottom side still too. Good. I think that's all. No, you're not signaled. Oh, right. Because this whole bit up here isn't signaled. That'll do it. What I'm going to do is copy all of that, boil it down to just the signals on their own, and then. Oh. Okay. Ah, there it is. That doesn't want to do its thing. And slap that there. This one's long enough that I could justify turning that into its own block. Even though, again, you could split it in the middle. It's just that is seconds of train time. Yeah. That there. No, that's not right. Yeah. Because this one's underneath that signal. This is under that now. So that's correct. Actually, those are all not in... God dang it. I wish I hadn't seen that. Yeah. Conceivably, that is redundant too. You can actually pull like this up to here and then here as well. I was so inclined. Tend to pull those signals off there. Okie day. So these essentially holding stations. Effectively these things here. Train of one. Yeah, one train, but we also need to train entities, but signals. Red tree. Okay, flip that. Of course, we're going to need one the other other way. Double it up. Let's single it up for now. Because technically, the hold could be all armed already facing into here, and then it doesn't need to line up here to be going into the next build. Like, I could give a little bit of space between it. There's no harm in doing such a thing. I might do it that way, just because, so, if I was to make it a single thingy McThing thing, please, there. If I was to make it a single thingy, this train stop, when a train is allocated to it, it's going to need to turn this one off. You have any thoughts on the recent upgrade of the PC? I have been, yes. I don't know if the new X3D. Oh, time. What is the? Oh, yep, I see. It should be over now, the ad, but yeah, I have been looking at the. Oh, whoop. Okay. Yeah. Still too far away. Surprised at being so cantankerous. Maybe I've just forgotten the wire length. The X3D is not looking like a... Well, the new X3D is not looking like a total smash hit or an upgrade. So I'm a little bit weary of it at the moment. We'll see. Apparently, though, some BIOS updates have helped it increase performance. We'll see how we do. It's yearly. It's right about there. Now be fully... Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. No, it won't be fully rotatable. Be like that. So yeah, this is the hypothetical situation. Ooh, hiccups. This be in. So I would need to... No, we don't send a train. We read train count. Set train limit. That pole placement. For now it'll do. So when they're both... I gotta think about that. Thunked real hard. So... Hello there, Monsieur Solowolf. I need... So you... E, we'll say. Actually, we'll make it W for West. The higher end 7000X3Ds were incorrectly configured for running Factorio. Those allocating the game on high frequency chiplet instead of large cache. Yeah, there was a lot of issues like that going on. This is what I was leading into, saying that there were some recent updates that did actually help fix that. So I'm keeping an eye on it and seeing how it changes. It's sort of, for me, and my purposes, it's sort of a toss-up between the 7000, the i7 X3D or the i7 13th gen. The number escapes me at the minute. 13600 is it? Or 13700? Yeah, the number just escapes me. There was some serious issues with the 7900, the R9 7900 X3D. That one had some serious issues, and there's a few of the outlets have pointed out that basically the R7's the way to go. It's just better all round, which makes sense. The R9 slash i9 is really like that's top shelf stuff. And I've never gone for the top shelf. I don't even know what the... Oh, that's right. The top shelf of my generation, my current PC's generation, was the 8086K. And I think there was a... Pretty sure there was another... There wasn't an i9 that I can recall, but there was something else. I don't think there was an i9. Might have been, actually. I really don't remember. Anyway, so we want W, output signal, A, signal, B. This hurts my head. It needs to pass that through, and it needs to say when B is equal to 0, A is equal to 1. Apparently I'm using output train count as B. So read this. How about I use numbers? And 1. Can I... feel like I'm asking for trouble doing that. Just trying to brainiac out the connection. Probably that'll work. Probably. Quite as silly. Because yeah, it only cares about B. So, bring this over, Penny, and lap that. Seems really tight. Really excited for the future Radeon GPUs with the Xilinx AIT. Oh yeah, that's real interesting stuff. Because they're starting to really make use of it. I'd actually completely forgotten about that. Now, there. B and 2. A is 0, B is 1. So on this signal is 1. When 1 is 0, B is 1. Because it's reading the output signal. The output signal is the 1 and the 2. The B is the input from this. So it's... phlegmy. 0 of 0 because it's correctly receiving the 1. And this one... 2 is 0, output A of 1. 1 is 0, B of 1. Okay, that should be it. If I turn that off, yeah, so you're 0 out of 1, and you're, yeah, 0 out of 1. I tell you to go these. Yes, it's effectively turned that stop off while the train's allocated to that one. It's turned both off. So if I flick that, yep, change both. It's going to do a lap. Funny. Yes, now this was 1 of 1, which is sending a signal back, back, which then shuts off this train stop. Which is the goal of this monstrosity. As I say though, I could merge it down and then do another one, but I think I might just do it this way. Can't believe they got the H.265 down. H.265 slow no less, down to 1 watt. It's the power of dedicated hardware. Unbelievable. Potential downside though is they're moving the same direction as the Apple Silicon, which is, I've said this before, it's Amiga stuff, Amiga style stuff, where you're relying, damn it, you're relying very heavily on dedicated hardware to do the heavy lifting, which is fine in the here and now, but as time rolls forward, it becomes less and less effective. I mean, having said that, H.265, it's always going to perform the same. It's never going to change. It's more that technology will move on eventually onto a new standard, or there are silicon bugs in it which mean that it can't do it correctly for whatever reason. That'd be the big one. We'll do the same down here. I can cover 4. Me and my villager sounds. Yeah. bop like that there. I don't think that'll reach though. Oh no, it'll reach. That is true, yes. They can, because it's FPGA, they can actually just, you can make up a new firmware and upload it. Is a good point. Missing. But as I was thinking, I think that's the current problem plaguing the, maybe not plaguing yet. It's the wrong word, but it's the potential downfall of the M1 and M2 that I see coming. Shortcoming is probably more rational. I can actually cram these all together. Potentially. Jen, how far do you reach? Ah, not that far. Because what I do even is, just go up, up, up. Down, down, down. Then you can just have a combinator for each Kajiga to 1, 2 for them, and then 1 for them. Was that 2, 8? 8, 10, 12. Bit of an issue. My naming scheme. Probably a better way to do it. Saves on signals. Good news on the ARM front. Samsung's continuing their Exynos GPU agreement with AMD. Ooh, nice. Power? No. Not power? No. How about now? No. How about now? Yes. Damn it. This is where we spend 2 hours building a yard. Eat those. It also occurred to me I could potentially split it into twos with the red and the green wire. And 5 and 6. Glad you're making use of that. 5,000 points into dev null there. Yeah. So what is that? It is even with the second wagon. And what are they? They're 1 tile away, okay. As I zoom in and out and zoom all about. Everyone's going Dev null's very popular right now. Ah, so close. Yet so far. 5 now. Out the middle. I think I'm... Oh no, I got it. Was a concern it might get caught up with the ARM Qualcomm. Oh, hadn't noticed that. I'm a little behind the times, unfortunately. Okay, that should be the middle again. Never mind. It's them pesky kookaburras you gotta watch out for. I think it's just permanently off by one. Yeah, I think it's just off by one. Probably could solve it just by running substations, admittedly. Oh, everyone got in. Look at that. Fine. I'll do thingy in there. It actually makes sense that I look about it because there's 2 tile gap there. But it actually makes sense that it's the middle. Ka-chow. Everyone won. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's no lie. You're not happy for winning. You wanted to get your skull pecked to death by kookaburras. Even though they don't really peck your skull to death. They just steal your lunch. They really are jerks, you know. Now, the thing I was going to do was, yeah, split this in half, like that. So 2, 4, 6, 2. I suppose it should actually be 0 to be consistent. So an A, 4 and A. Custom designer and said they would need to readjust Qualcomm's license agreement to actually use their custom designs. Aye. Qualcomm doing things? That's astonishing. I think it was Qualcomm. Yeah, it was the terrible arms of yesteryear was from what I recall was Qualcomm. Qualcomm or Broadcom? I don't remember now. Yeah, one of them was doing terrible arms. They never really made any use for that one. So 1A, 3, C, Snapdragon. Yeah, it'll be the Broadcom then. A 0. Boop, hop, blurp, flop, blurp. Great shoe targets. They're good at making noise just long enough so you can't catch them. Thing too, they're smart like that. What did I say it was? It was C2, E4. Yeah, oh, I remember them now. Yeah. I mean, back in the day, there was a lot of terrible producers. I'd forgotten all about them. Yeah, 1B. So 1 M. Ooh, a Michelle. B1. it all the way down. D 3. F 5. F. I'm not 100% sure if this is the right way, but it's a way. So 1 equals 0. Okay. So you're outputting a 1. So B of 1, so B of 1. Oh. Actually, they can all be B, can't they? This is only going to have numbers, so I can just say B, B, and B. This could be 0, 0, 1. Realtek wireless NIC I found actually better to use your Pixel 3. Oh wow, a 3AXL. Connect to Wi-Fi. It doesn't surprise me. Realtek was fine for basic LAN, but they were never any good at Wi-Fi. Zero. Yeah, let's output B. It's a handy-dandy optimization. I suppose I could just use the numbers, the letters for all of them. A, B, C, D, E, F. And, so frame limit is 0. Output B, D, 0, 0. Unless it turns out I'm wrong, and then yeah, it's all catches fire. So B, D, F, stuff and junk. Yeah. You know what? That's confusing. It's actually confusing. Let's change it up a little. A 0 B 0 and all drivers are terrible also. The model brand select the network card variation on ABG and the card supports L8211AX. That's terrible. I think also I feel like wireless has also stagnated a lot in the recent years. Like we are seeing new technologies, but it's not really seeing like the good jumps that we used to see. F that I don't think made any sense at all. Like the software isn't keeping up, isn't really advancing. That's what I'm trying to say. With the hardware. Similar story with webcams, really. Stations like that too. Noises! C for cats. Hello. Loud. Hi. You is Mr. Cat. How you doing? Come to scratch my furniture and sleep on my pillow. Look out. We're all sleeping on on me pillows. Yeah. Just don't pee on the pillow. Then you'll be in trouble. Then the spritz bottle of lemon juice water will come out. Hey Goosen and Adava and Professional Dave and Monsieur at himself. Where'd your stream go? What you were up to the sushi belt, right? Weren't you? Blammo. Make sure you go follow Mr. Seaforcat. There's the Hooper Troop up there on the chat. Go check him out. From New Zealand, he's all about cats. Over there they do Cat of the Month. Everything is themed about cats. I don't know if this has been made obvious yet, but yeah, there's a lot of cats over there. Go check them out. Sushi belts are great, you recommend them? Mmm, delicious. Yeah, right now we're just arguing with some combinators here in Koala Town. Ah, look at that. Just in time. Suppose I could just pull those forward, line them up in the center. Okay. I mean, when it gets allocated to move on, it's just going to move to the edge, so yeah, let's do that. Actually, I'll wait for doing that. I'll actually just clear them. And we'll do it later. Later is... Duh. It's terrible, but I could do that. Terribly ugly. Yeah. I could do that, which could pull this entire thing forward, but I'm not going to do that. That's... What are we combinatoring? So... This is the first smelter for the Factorio 2 Megabase that we're working on. And right now, so the particular railway design that I'm working on uses sidings on the main line to store trains. And so what I'm doing right now is the siding for this smelter. I'm combinatoring it so that train allocates for one direction, it disables the train stop for the other direction. If that makes sense. What I mean is, we have a train in here now. It's allocated to that stop, and so what I wanted to do was to deactivate this stop, so a train coming in along doesn't want to use this slot because it's already full. Use this siding because it's already full. Oh, actually, I need to read the signals too. Oh, that's problematic. Sounds like an awful disaster. You like it a lot? That's why I'm going for it. Oh, maybe I won't go that far. Yeah, so I just realized in optimization, this can be A through to F. Did that thing a couple of years back with the PAX network. Yeah, oh, it's actually a lot easier now too. So this, A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is going to be... I'll use the ones immediately below. So K... L... M... Yeah, it's actually a lot easier now because you've got the train stop limits. You used to need some horrendous logic to make it work. Yeah, it's directly below, so just skip the ones at the end. They should all be, yep, output 0. So if A is 0, output K of 1. So in this case, A is 0, that's the other end of this signal. So we're outputting a K of 1, which means we're allowing a train to allocate itself there. Conversely, sorry, it's not right. That's backwards. 0, A. In count is... Train limit is 0. count as a 0. Yeah, I completely balls that up. B. Point of the front towards the rest of the rails. So this end is going to be the next build, whether it be a smelter or more stuff. So what this base is going to look like is you're going to have a build like this. In this case, this is copper smelter. Then there's going to be entrance pre-stackers, exit jewelry loaders, and then on the main line here, it's going to be sidings for storing the trains in between loads and unloads. And so this point will be another one of these, and then it will lead into the next smelter, effectively. That'll make sense eventually, hopefully. Very overcomplicated and a little bit abstract. Which I like. Not going to reach, are you? Kinda makes sense, doesn't it? Plug in. I suppose conceivably I could just put the combinator next to the train stop. Line them up like that. Because the wire does go to here. Like I could actually just do that. Rube Goldberg build? Will it make sense in the end or not? Probably not. I did the logic for the network. 0 these. Yeah, do that. I remember doing one as well, but it was all like enable, disable, train stops, and there was like counting signal inputs, like rail signal inputs. It was a mess. So if a station has been turned off and the train wants to route to it, the train normally just skips that station on the schedule. It won't eventually plug up the unload. So the idea is that I'll show you one of the trains here. So yeah, it goes to the holding stop, or in this case, it's a copper one. So it lives at the holding stop. When an outpost is ready, it will move on to the outpost. Then it comes back to the first holding stop it can find. Then it unloads. This one doesn't have the intermediate stops. So in this case, actually be... Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. That there. Actually, it would be down there. This would be... there. Oops, sorry. There. So sits at a holding point waiting for an outpost, goes out to the outpost, comes back into the base, sits at a holding point. It may not necessarily be one near the smelter. Didn't even touch the train stop enable disable. It's just reading setting train signals. Oh, okay. Even before that. Or even, yeah. Yeah. Sits here, goes out to the outpost, comes back into here, waits for a free entry point on either one of these. Suppose... Oh yeah, this will peel that there so it can... yeah, then it does its unload, comes through, gets fuel, and then comes back out again. Hopefully that long-winded, rambly way of describing it makes sense. Hopefully. Main thing is that trains that don't have anywhere to go are sitting out in these sort of yard lines here. That's the end goal. So, I mean, is probably excessive, realistically. I don't know, we'll find out when we get there. The last few bases that I made have not been overkill enough, so it'd be nice to not run into those problems this time. A, B, C, D, E. Should I move those down a tile? Yes. Even after I just wired them. I'll put them in the center. Be consistent. Lamp, M, wire, done, in wire. I suppose I could attach it to its own train stop. It's a bit. This one's a bit weird though. Just to help indicate what it's trying to accomplish. Row. Yeah, those should all be. Where are we? Here. Those should all be. Okay. Never mind. In limit. Zero. Hang on. Limit 0. I train limit. Train count is L. 0K. Let's paint over him again. Let's try and get it right this time. L. N. O. And. Nope. E. There we go. That's correct now. Now, to do the same thing, same invert on the other side. To do is maybe I'll paste that over there. That's train limit train. Oh, it's wrong anyway. Never mind. K is gonna put 0. I'll just paint it down there like so. Delete you. 0. Row. E. Row. E. Row. E. 0. And F. Cool. And what I can do is actually count within this wire block. I can actually count how many trains are there and put it onto the main wire as well, and that'll give an idea of trains that are waiting. So you can get an idea of what's happening on the network. Yeah, so this is receiving K of 1, so it's forcing this one to be disabled. Return this train. There. Turn off. Yeah, turn off. Yeah, see, both of them turned off. That. Hold. Perfect. Very bizarre. Not allowed to turn it off. Is that a bug? Plain. K, L. I think we got there finally. Oh, it only took me an hour. E. Okay. Cool. Neato. Copy couples. Copy that. Pop it down there. Oh, done with a green wire too. Only a green wire. That's kind of impressive. I'm gonna copy this next. grab a copy of that. Not in the way, not anymore. This back, hang on. Back over the top to fix it all. And yeah, so that continues down and goes into the next one of these. Theory. In theory. So, the next step is to bring on this big old chunk of it, chongus of this. Burn. That'll probably do it. Just get all this junk out of the way. And that. All of it, but most of it. Alright, so assuming that we're going to make that happen, copy that. No signals, no signals, no train stops. A blueprint, flip. If you don't have any signals and things, there. And bop. Thingy. What's on the 4070? Personally, I find it funny that AMD is finally doing an NVIDIA video of 6950. I need to watch the reviews on it, but it seemed... The impression I got... Like, I don't know what the full story is. As I say, like, I haven't watched it. But the impression I'm getting is that it's a bit of a dead horse. It's only got 8 gig of RAM, doesn't it? Ah, yes. Which is, it's amazing at this point in time. I mean, my card only has 8 gig of RAM at a 3070, but it was, you couldn't really go much further. And it was sort of, that was actually the direction that we're heading is to more VRAM, needing more VRAM in a distant future. Okay. Trooper troop. Faster. Hello. Delete that out of the way. That was a theoretical, actually, let's pick that up. I think I did some modifications to this. Oh. How's the oldie Kiwi bird doing? New chunks. Okay. Oh, that's MSI. I keep looking at it and thinking it's a, from this distance, it's a, Kajiga. Basically, this point, oh wow, only point X% performance. Yeah, for a significant increase in cost. I didn't realize it was that bad. That minimal. So... the equation. Doesn't quite mesh in. That's why I was thinking about having two sets of lanes here, because then it can sort of push it out further. Those. Procrastinated loading stream. YouTube distracted you and you stayed up to the SpaceX live stream. Staying up till the SpaceX live stream. But that's the thing I was wondering, is it's not happening for... Well, for you it will be like well past midnight. For me, it's going to happen at something like midnight. What I'm looking for is those power poles at the top meshing together. That's too close. Out to there. So I need to make the thingies just a teeny tiny bit longer. Oh, it is midnight. Guys, cost the same as the relative, yeah. It's actually surprised. It's just a straight 4070, isn't it? Not the because they've already done the Ti. Really bizarre because normally the non-Ti comes first. That close. I am worried. I have a legitimate concern that I might need to push it out there to double up on the train stack of things. Yeah, what I was thinking was that the stream. I was saying this before. The stream starts at or midnight for you, 10 p.m. for me, but nothing's going to happen for hours like that. Which means I need to cut that out. To measure how many of these it overlaps by. This time I need to actually count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you try to pawn off the 4070 Ti as a cut down 4080. Oh, that's right. It's they're trying to milk it for all it's worth, aren't they? So 1, 2, 3. Hard to sight. I need to hurry up and get more VODs going too. Air. Water. Yes. Burp. There we go. Burp. Ah, there. There we go. No more deep water issues. Helps if I deselect the tool as well. So yeah, then this will be the probably like the iron and steel smelter or something. Tank farm is already venting, so they'll be filling soon. Ooh. Maybe no delays. Oh, that's too far. This whole rail yard just appears on the map. Oh dear. Enormous train line. Okay. So yeah, that one should have the correct lengths. Means I'll need to cut these out, cut these out, cut these out, cut these out, cut that out. Now we can go back on this. Down right there. Should also point out I haven't done the bottom side. Well, this is ridiculous. This pleases me. Oh dear. Conceivably, I could have dedicated holds for different tasks, but meh. Do you have lights on the tower? Original base compared to that? Yes. So, in theory, that should also lash into the wire. In theory, if I did it right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The 33 mobile GPUs might temporarily hold the laptop crown if they can reach market for NVIDIA. I've seen those yet. No, I don't think I have. I think in terms of the smaller, the bottom end of the video market is where the really interesting stuff is happening, particularly in the last few years. Like the Ryzen 5000 integrated APUs are amazing. Even the Intel Iris on the 11th gen was a very strong sign of things to come. It's the wire. Should I parallelify these? I think I will. If you even look at what's available for the bottom end, they're really like the bottom end graphics card is like a nearly 10-year-old G730 GT or whatever, and then you're like a 1050, which is 20. That 710 is like a or 7. Is it 710? 30. I don't know. But yeah, that's like a 2013, 2012 era card. And then you go up to a 1030, and that's a 2016 era card. It's crazy. And then like the next tier up after that's like a 1650, 1660, which is a non RTX from the first RTX generation, which means you're basically into bottom end GPU territory. Like mid tier territory, I mean. Like the bottom end is mid tier. That's actually too far away anyway. I can guess myself, thinking it's in the wrong. Substation as well, it's no good without it. Yeah, so you go duality there. So close. That's so annoying. So annoying. Oh dear. Soos recently announced a new Steam Deck competitor. Oh yeah. That was an interesting little device that came out. That was late last week, I think, wasn't it? Stuck thinking about this forever now. Yeah, I did. I think the answer is to stretch those out to max length. The last two. I think that'll satisfy the mind's various needs and wants of trying to place it in a very specific way. Plaster world in black concrete? I don't know yet. This is... I'll probably use stone or concrete for the track. And then I'll use these for the actual facilities, I suspect. Uh, share. Count of one. Reusing cancelled APU originally planned for the Surface tablet. Ah, didn't know that. So, I'm putting how many are allocated. Thinking. So the final step is to buffer the Matic Combinator. Input each +0 output. I need a signal for holding stations. Essentially use locomotive. You're going to output 1. And the theory is you're saying how many are waiting. Suppose the green signal. Green signal or red signal? I forgot which. Red is wants, okay. Whereas green is available. So this is saying how many are available in sidings. So it would, yeah, it would be green. So I actually need to technically change this to red. I don't want to do. I can't be bothered doing that. Balls. I do need to change it. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Slide. This is for you. You been? How's the German anime life? It's actually a little far away. Okay-ish? Watching besties. Working besides. That wasn't even close to right. I don't even know where I got that from. Working as a web dev. Ooh. It's one of those roles that can be a bit of a mixed bag. Okay. Guess I'm gonna make it red. The lack of the motivation to change the entire green signal here to green. Then we'll just buffer it again back to green. So dumb. Like that. Over to green, and then it can plug into the main network. Via my wire. Go. So we have one train waiting in a stacker somewhere. Like your mods? I like the idea of it. I haven't put it to use yet, but I definitely would like to. Unfortunately, the only reason I'm not using it at the minute is because I didn't actually plan for it originally. I saw Intertooth playing with it. I was like, I completely forgot about that mod. I need to use it. Love the idea of it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to build the base as I originally planned, because I'm small, smooth brain koala that can't big brain the whole lot at once. And then I'll switch it over to the combinator trains. That'd be really good, because it means that when a train comes out to here, it can be reprogrammed to like an empty train. Instead of just being like a copper train, it can be reprogrammed to be an iron train or a rare metals train. Pretty much anything, really. It could do the job of any of these, in effect. And the holding, what I could see being useful with these is that these could reprogram the train. to go to whatever's been allocated, whatever needs allocation. So that'll be really cool to watch. And it's a little bit more interesting than the other one, the stupid train mod, LTN. Nearly said LNI. That's something completely different. It's just a little bit different. Oh dear. Uh, oh, because there's no signals on the other end. That's right. Smarter trains. Both are not good. Both are. Smarter trains was good at the time, but smarter trains is really obsolete now. Actually, it's semi-obsolete because smarter trains meant you could group trains into lines, and you could manage the entire lines at once, which is handy. But otherwise, the only reason smarter trains really exist was because so for those that don't know, once upon a time, train orders consisted entirely of, if I delete the stupid thing, time passed. This was your choice and only your choice. If you wanted like full cargo, empty cargo, you needed smarter trains. And basically, smarter trains, as soon as these were added in version 13, smarter trains was obsolete. Remember those times? Those were very simple times, weren't they? So it is the realization of the little train that could. I think I can. I think I can. Also, if it'll do it again, is this a bug? Out of curiosity, as soon as I try and turn it off, it turns itself back on again. Is that a bug? I'm not sure if that's a game bug or I can't imagine this doing it. The train limit option is perfect. It's a bug feature. Ah. Okay, it is from. I did wonder if it was from this. I mean, it's easy enough to work around. I've worked out. You just add another station and then tell it to go somewhere else. Oh, maybe not go to the same thing. Go there. It'll rework. Ooh, nice. As I say though, I'm just working on. I'll be getting this going for now, and then I'll migrate over once I can properly sit down and understand it. Okay, anyway, finally got a smelter done. That's all we've been working towards right now. Say that, and I may have stuffed up here. Oh dear. We'll see. Grab all this thing. Like so. Go around. But that straight rail's in the way. Yeah, that's slightly off. Huh. Electric trains? Yes. Been a while. I used that on the other rail bus. For fun. Those were nice and fun. That is actually something that I find kind of the nuclear trains. Oh, saying that I did actually already set up feeding for the nuclear trains. Things like bigger fluid wagons would be nice in K2. I was actually complaining last time. There's a whole bunch of things missing from K2. Like upgraded filtration and electrolysis plants are strangely absent. I mean, to avoid changing this, I could just pull this down slightly, which would push this in and align this. Alternatively, I could pick up this entire thing that I've already been working on for the last nearly hour and a half and shift it over a few tiles. I can't help but wonder if, having moaned about it, that it's sort of leaving those upgraded machines to space exploration. Can't help but wonder. So there. And I do have a little bit of space to work with. So that's fine for now. In your place. Oh, he's actually been taken on as well. Wow. Didn't actually know that. Space update. Yeah, it'll definitely be good. I suppose part of this is just to get me probably. See, I sort of don't want to start on. Sort of don't want to do space exploration because I don't want to be working on that and then have to switch back to base game if it comes out because it's going to take like a year to play it. That's part of the hesitation, and also I don't like Greg Tech type of mod. See the last like 20 streams if you if you want more details there on opinions of Greg Tech type mods. Hey, there is excellent. Discord. Noises. Ah, yes. Big fluid wagon, double cargo wagon. Ah. Cargo wagon itself wasn't so. Big Tech Horizons. Good. I was never a fan of Big Tech and the philosophy behind it. Yes. I'd actually forgotten about that. They're kind of annoying. Signal this monstrosity. F14. That's that one. Funny, I think I actually have FF1. Either FF1 or Ultima 1. Yeah, that's the MMO one. Mr. Diggity plays that. Benny, how you doing? Oh, my head's hurting now. I meant to do these things. I put myself through these things. Stupid builds. Probably doesn't actually have to be 6 as well. I'm gonna make that a future me problem. So many rails, yeah. This is stupidity. This is this is outright stupidity. In there, you can likewise. Nice. Rail tunnels or bridges. I'm not holding my breath on that one because it's sort of been said to be not likely. was always said to be not likely. So technically these are offset now, so I estimate. You get a kookaburra jackhammering a kiwi bird. Or just a kiwi bird emote. Kookaburra emote and a kiwi. As I say, this is very much filing this under future me problems. I just don't want to have to deal with it. Enter. No, of course not. Because it's an even number. Kind of funny that it linked up though. Maybe we'll have progress soon. So much traffic held up. Probably. I don't entirely know what's going to happen. It'll certainly be fun finding out. Even number. I don't really have a choice, unfortunately. What is that? That's 6, 12, 18, 24 holding points. Holding stops. Network still paying royalties for using land down under? Should be. It's the kind of thing that just never stops paying royalties. Look at someone who's like, it really is like that. Hang out there for a moment. I need to peel the whole thing back. That. I just need to fix all the errors. I reckon we're going to be doing a lot of tweaking to this thing. Make it work. Yeah, long. Doesn't matter though. Like it's all much the same. I think that's fixed. 3. Oh, couldn't be any tighter if you tried. Really start reworking already. We're doing Quest Dungeon design for 2 server, yeah, and have a job now. Home office, but still, yeah, you got to focus on the real world work. Oh, hang on. The sound for that. Goes. Need to make this track go across here. Oh, it is 5. I thought it was only. I thought I chopped one off. Never mind. Okay, still plenty of room. my fault for making it go all the way across, like so. Check the notes. They only did 2 across to try and prevent crisscrossing. Make it jump, jump. So forth. Oh, I did do 6 though. Oh, look at that! Every second one. And every second one. Oh, that one, second. Ah, that's clever. That's actually genius. That is. Yeah, and the center lane, Chris is the one that goes down the center. Across here. Meeting time, eh? Using the center line for that. It is very very apt. Very apt it is. I mean, it could ignore the problem and switch over to the next smelter. I might make this fix itself in between. So I know what I need to I know what I need to do. Now that I've seen it, I reckon yeah, it's actually gonna work. It would work. Doing the alternating thing would work better than this. I might make that change. It'll magically change in between one of the streams, I think, so we can just progress on and get the next smelter going. I don't want to spend hours and hours doing the same thing over and doing the same job. I want to try and progress, you know. Having said that, because I can, the reason I say that is I see some dimensional issues that I might need to fix. This looks like rail setup. It is very much inspired. So this is my notes. This is my working notes. The reason I do have notes is that, as I was saying before, it's alternating every second. It's actually really clever, and this has already had Wheel Stew and several others all optimizing this. So me alone is going to struggle to do better than this. Anyway, so the next smelter we do, and this will also be a template for basically all the builds as well. Yeah, I might need to shuffle it over a tile. I might do that. With heavy bated breath, I have to move it over a tile, over a color track segment. Waiting, there it is. The one that I want is the ML segments, because this has just a naked wire. Want is pop that right there. And wait. To suddenly rail network. So it's now one tile, one thingy longer. And then we just go across here, just reveal the smelter. I like how it just sort of dot matrixing the back into existence. It's actually the funny one was doing the exploration and just not just a few rails appearing, but the entire rail yard just appearing on the minimap. It's hilarious. Sound like angle grinders. Just some last minute dynamic milling to make it fit, make things fit. What's the term? 9-axis milling? Dynamic milling? Oh, I can't remember what the term was. No, dynamic milling was dynamic milling was letting the ground mill off the imperfections. So it wasn't dynamic milling. Damn, I don't remember now. If someone's paying attention in the VOD squad, um, very moment, hopefully they'll remind me. All right, smelter, smelly yelly altar. So make this one the iron smelter. Ooh, sunrise video. Just realised my ears are really hurting. That I think the cups are starting to die on this headset. So the plan was 5 iron here. Yeah, 5 iron, 1 coke, and then 3 iron and 3 steel. The plan, that is. Cloud 2. Cloud something. HyperX Cloud something. Something or other. And might as well just delete the whole lot, just plow right over the top of it. Because I did. Oh yeah, I changed these to Substation Mark IIs as well. Yeah. It's the analog one. It's kind of funny because the one that I had before, it was also a cloud. Iron your steel. Yeah, because it's got the two thingies. This is the main thing I want to get rid of with the combinator trains, simple circuit trains mod. Is I don't need this wibbly wobbly stuff. Cloud 2 Pro, it's probably that. I've had it for a few years now. It's been a pretty decent one. I mean, the sound is arguably not the best, but it's been solid otherwise. I think they do come out a little bit bassy. Oh. We'll just slap it down and figure it out. Or not. That's actually too close. Crap. Yeah. Random gear. Holy crap, that was a big sneeze. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, sneeze time. Okay, try this again. Take that. That way it pick that up. Now pick this up. Should have done the double one first, I think. I didn't mean to. I suppose it's in the base buffer. Yeah. I grabbed too much again. Okay. This thing. Well, I suppose I can just paste these down first. One, two, and three. And the advantage is if I want to double it, I could just mirror down below. In saying that, it might... I might sit over the top of the starter base. This thing's going to be huge. Like, I knew it was going to be massive, but I didn't... I was not prepared. And we want that... ish. It's in the way, isn't it? It's too low, so it's in the way of the track. Dang it. Actually, know if you can hear that. No, good. It just occurred to me. Just all those modules and beacons. Fortunately, I do have a bit of a stock, already. In theory, it should be there. What I might do is bop it there, copy, grab, move the track. The train stop could be a problem. We'll deal with it. Burn that bridge when we get to it. Oh wait, I also wanted to paste that down and pick it back up again. Only pick it back up again. Only sans substations and crap. Probably train stops too, come to think of it. I think I have 5,000 in stock. But yeah, it's gonna take some doing. What has it got actually? Maybe it's only 500. Yeah, it might only be 500. I can't even see it in the list down the bottom corner. Hmm. Hmm. Better recover this bit, at least. I feel like this is another one of those situations where I'm going to need to spend some time in between repairing little details. Those are all steel. Those anymore. You. There's trouble with going back and then discovering a better way of doing things. Finding out how to do the substation Mark IIs. No longer compatible with the blueprint. So that's should be 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is actually taller than that one. I suppose I can have 2 extra iron. It doesn't hurt. I don't know if I need 2 extra iron. 1 minute behind. Damn, am I losing? Oh no. I mean, admittedly, sometimes it just is like that. Sometimes it could just be like that. I mean, an extra iron smelter, maybe even an extra steel smelter probably doesn't hurt. Trouble is, I'm on target for those already. Think I'll just keep the extra iron. I won't. Or will I? I don't know. I'm completely undecided right now. Completely undecided. Oh. I could just delete it out. Fish in the middle is yorked. Oh, you mean that one there, yeah. Could just be... There we go. Just needed to be revealed. Explorinated. That's too far over now. It should actually be there. Hang on, I need that. Don't need that, don't need that, don't. Just need the power poles. The mine starts melting. It really is. Right, let's get rid of all of these. Because the iron one should actually be the same as the copper. Actually need to be there. I think it's just a echo of the previous build. Side? No. I can live without the train stops. Actually, come to think of it. Kind of set the position of everything. We'll try and live without him. Just end up setting up the wash door or just taking a hit to mining? I do have ore washing available. I do plan on using it. Go. I have well, I sort of built over the top of it, but I did have a mid game one for sort of spinning up the base. So it's a 416 build. It's a singular one. There was more here. I'm not doing it for rare metals yet, but will do it for rare metals eventually. I sort of need to as well for rare metals because it's a way of consuming excess chlorine. So it's a really good idea to do it. Actually do need the combinators. So we can just plug those, pop it there. Red or green? Red. Red, go to there. It'll be red as well, that's fine. Need to replug these. Plug these, and replug these. Speaking of plugging things in, right about there. Demanding 1. Oh, and you will say 1 is available for supply. Well, however many loads are available for supply, but it'll only ever request 1 train at a time. Okie day. Now we just gotta, I think, up a decon planner. So you, combinators and combinators. That should do it. Blacklist. No, it's not blacklist. Whitelist, because it's opposite. Yeah, blacklist means you're getting everything that's not included. I'll do everything except for the bottom one. We shall come to that. Those still, yeah, they're still correct, so I can copy them. Like so. In fact, I will just take the whole lot, because there's wires and everything. It's tempting to actually make that also a steel smelter. To have 4. Like, it's not really necessary. It's just to help support ME and other activities. The make everything production facility and anything else that needs it. It would be a good idea to have just a little bit more available. Let's see if I can do this without crap signals. Yeah, see, they're too low. All I really need to do is shift it up to there, and it's all good. Grab that. Pop that into place. A little transmitter kajigga there. Wire it in, wire it in. Now it's requesting both. We can plug our wires in. Well, maybe not to that, on account of the fact that it is, blah 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 blah. Oh, actually, you're missing that too. Ah, crap. I needed the containers. The thingy need to be redone anyway. The poles. I was trying to think of. Off. Oh, yeah, I know why. Yeah, it's slightly... These are slightly offset for reasons that I've blotted out from my memory. Time. 5 more minutes. Somewhat like the connector reach on these things are a little bit absurd. Well, it gets that way with modded stuff. Trouble is that I'm going to have to try and actually copy paste the correct stuff. Ah, you're back. Pop. Yeah, bring this up a little bit. Also going to have to bring that up a little bit, just to make it all consistent. Again, this might end up being a thing that... Ah, balls. Now I remember why it was like that. Oh dear. I say it never ends, it really doesn't. Red wire? No, it's green wire, because it's available. It's stuff available, not stuff required. Rumpy, how you doing? Hello. Do do ba do ba do. You go there. Yeah, why not? Ah, what's going on? Haven't been placed. 3. Ah, yes. There. Wire to there. I yeah. That one goes to, yeah, that was the one. This one says how many's in the network. Ooh. Requesting 1 and 1 so far from presumably what's powered. Receiving power. Doop-a-doo. That transmits behind there. It just stops. Yeah, that's just the buffer to stop it transmitting back. Obsolete. Yeah, that one. Apparently these are still off. Connect that one? Yes. When I did this one, I'm totally confused now. Turning it into exterminator. It's not good. Alrighty. So there. Why are you twisted? Can you not twisted, please? Liz? Liz? Game. Come on. Used to be cool. The wire maybe? Yeah. On. Need the you need wire comb, yeah. Oh, you jerk. I don't know why it's actually twisting. There's no reason for it to... Oh, there we go. That did it. Just needed to poke it with a stick. Just need a stern talking to. That goes away. Yep, plugged in, plugged in, plugged in, plugged in. In. Lucky last. Plugged in. Nearly. Oh. Oh, that's right, because I didn't change this one. Oh, blueprint, that's why I don't go back to blueprints, because I always forget where it's at. Where it's up to. That should effectively be higher. Yes, yes it is. Of course it's higher. I literally just lifted it up. Oh, that's right. That was actually in line too. There'll do. Wire. Everything's perfect. Plug in the power and trains. Everything balked. If you close your eyes, you can't see it. So this should be saying, yeah, 4 and 4. 4? Oh yeah, 4. 4 and 4. Then I just need to do it for these. Correct these. Like that. Trash these, trash these, trash these. Yep, fine. All this crap back in. Again. Again, again. That. Join and join. Go. And one that's already connected. Could click the thing on the side, but I was feeling lazy. Ooh, alright, so if I come down here now, 3, 4, only receiving 3. Ah. Just give them a proper inspect though as well. That's one off power pole. You mean the one at the bottom? Or please don't tell me there's another one. Don't tell me there's another one. I don't know if there's another one. Alright, so yeah, 4, 4 and 4. Perfect. Trouble is he's saying yes, but I don't know if that's the bottom one or another one somewhere. I mean, I could just turn that on and that off. Yeah. I mean, does that not look nice? Can't argue with the results. Oh, right, it's cut there. It's actually cut there deliberately. Now, all I need to do is do this crap to push it back around through to here, fix the spacing on the copper filters that we'd already done, and that's that. I mean, I just got to duplicate the iron on the other side and the coke as well, and then that's all done. Cool. So that's, for all intents and purposes, 2 smelters done now. This cloud comes in just as we're about to end. But yeah, we got the intermediate, the beginnings of the intermediate yard underway. Increase the spacing a little bit there, and then this is what it all one should somewhat look like. We got the combinators for it going to. Yeah, I'll tidy up. I think I'll tidy up this at some point. Off stream. Fix these up. I mean, this will be probably an end one. I'm not sure. We're gonna need to figure some stuff out. Gonna need to figure out a lot of stuff. Because, and I say that because the immersite slash glass needs a stage in between the smelters to turn the stone into sand. So if we check out the book, well, the coke smelting just goes in the steel smelter. It's easy. Immersium, sorry, immersium. This needs the pink powder. Yeah, the silicon needs the silicon lumps. Glass needs the sand. Do I need a stone smelter as well? It's insane amount of. It's actually only for 5,000 science a minute. It's actually not that much science a minute, at least by my standards. And so what I need to make the process. If it'll show me, I can just bring it up in here. So sand, you can either use the crusher. It needs like 50 million crushers. Same with this thing, and also make sand. Barely 1k. I think I just have no idea of scale anymore. No concept of scale anymore. Is this actually everything? Yes. The idea is we're going to use raw immersite to matter, and then transmute it back to matter back into immersite powder, and also turn stone into matter, and then turn that matter back into oh, it needs oil, heavy oil. I didn't actually know. Oh, that's producing. No, yeah, that makes turn the matter back into silicon. Because that one actually needs a lot of machines. I could get it directly to glass, but it's actually not that effective. But yeah, make sand out of that. I don't want to skip the smelting step. That's the only reason why I won't do it. Yeah, so turn the stone into sand via matter transforming. So that's the plan. I actually need to do the same thing for uranium. So one of the next things that needs to be done, probably here before the next bank of smelters, is the matter transfusion farm. I don't know what that'll look like though. So I might pretend it doesn't exist and ignore it for now, and then come back to it later. But yeah, this is what it's looking like at the minute. It's starting to shape up to something interesting. Only the first 5 minutes. Oh, we're just rolling over to the just finishing up the second one. Yeah, that's what we're looking like at the minute. It's starting to come together. Starting to get an idea of the scale of the ridiculousness of this monstrosity. Yeah, since we're on to the second thingy, I think that'll do for today.